seems like this game was a long time in the making. How long has the process been to actually pull this thing out?
So the development process began a little over a year ago. But the thing that I would say about Super Mario Run, it looks like it takes so long because the developers are just so strong in their craft. Mm-hmm. The ability to create a running game that gives you so much replay, that gives you 3 different modes, that has so many different things built into it, is really just phenomenal. And Mr. Miyamoto and his team deserve a lot of credit for what they've been able to build.
The constraints are really different from the standpoint that Nintendo as a company is very used to developing games for its own hardware. How is developing a touchscreen game different?
Well, first, Nintendo has experience developing a wide range of different games with a wide range of different controllers, right? Everything from the original D-pad to the original motion controller. What we had to do was to really think about how do you build a compelling experience that you could literally play with one finger by touching a screen, and how to do that in a way that on one hand is going to be easy for consumers to get into, but really challenging to master. And that's what we've been able to do with Super Mario Run. So it's the development expertise, the development chops, the knowledge of working across a range of different systems, and the game itself is phenomenal.
Nintendo was pretty vocal a few years ago about not bringing IP over to touchscreen handsets. What's changed in the last few years?
What I would say has changed is we have reshaped our overall business mission and the key strategies that are driving it. So our business mission is to make people smile through the use of our IP. And we're going to do that fundamentally 4 different ways. We're going to do that through our own devices. We're going to do it with smart devices. We're going to do it with licensed merchandise like the Vans shoes that went on sale earlier this summer. And we're going to do it with other forms of entertainment like the Universal Studios partnership that we announced literally just a few days ago. So specific to mobile, what's changed is the mobile market now is multiple billions of devices. Devices that are available in a lot of markets that traditionally don't have access to Nintendo dedicated platforms. And what we saw in the launch of Pokemon Go was the tremendous impact that a game on smart devices can have on our dedicated games business. Since the launch of Pokemon Go this summer, we've seen Nintendo 3DS be the top-selling hardware and to have year-over-year growth these past 5 months. We've seen the unprecedented launch of Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. And so for us, what it signals is if we get millions, billions of consumers to interact with our IP, the halo effect that it could have across all of our business lines is tremendous. That's a fundamentally different strategy than we were on, say, 10, 15 years ago.
I think one of the things that was so brilliant about Pokemon Go was that it was something that could only exist in that platform. It takes advantage of AR technology, of cameras, it takes advantage of GPS. Is that the same with the Mario game, or are there certain things that can only be accomplished on the mobile platform?
What I would say is that our developers approach game development uniquely to each specific experience and each specific game. What I would describe with Super Mario Run is that this is a game that the development team wanted to make accessible to everybody, literally 5 to 95. All you have to do is tap on the screen with one finger. But the ability to progress, the ability to capture all of the coins, the ability to build your kingdom, that takes some mastery. And that's where the ability to have a lot of replay and a lot of unique experiences is what is unique to that particular game.
There was a bit of an adverse reaction when it was announced that the game was going to be $9.99, not because that's a lot of money, but just because people aren't used to paying $10 for mobile games. What made you decide on that price point?
Look, for us, every game we develop, whether it's for a home console or a handheld, we ask ourselves the question, what's the right value equation for this particular experience? And you look at Super Mario Run, 24 different worlds, 3 different modes, the ongoing replayability for $9.99 here in the US. That's a tremendous value. And we think in the end the consumer is going to respond accordingly, especially when they could sample a lot of the game for free and really see how compelling it is.
When you look back over the past few years, again, obviously, as you said, the approach has shifted as has the market. Do you think that Nintendo was a little late to the mobile game? Do you wish that the company had jumped in a little earlier?
Candidly, no. You know, for us, it really was important to be thoughtful around how this business opportunity fit in our broader business scheme. And being thoughtful around how we go about it and how we leverage this across all parts of our business was really important. You know, we've said for years that, you know, we could make this type of content, but for us it really was thinking about how does it fit in the broader ecosystem of driving our IP. And we believe we have found that approach, and now we're going to be driving aggressively against it.